Again. All right. Yeah, so grab your phone real quick.
All right, good.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'm excited about this. All right. So what you're going to do, man, you're going to go to, your notifications, and then you're also going to share the video. Um, yeah. Right there, boom. And they click on that. Yeah. See, I'm going to walk him through the steps. He's not as technologically advanced. Yeah, so he hit that shit there.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Add to the timeline. Okay. Add the other one to the timeline, too. Man, we on it. Okay. All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of Hardwork, Bad Decisions, the good, the bad, the ugly. Let's talk about it. And I have a special guest, my homie Hayward, Charles, the Hybrid. They call you the Hybrid, right?
Yeah, they call me Hybrid.
Yeah.
The Hybrid.
Okay, let's start there. Where did he get that name from?
Oh, man, that's a deep question right off the bat. So,
Hey, Rachel, do you see it? The video? Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
all right, cool. So, ultimately, this is deep. So, basically, I'm mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, half black, half white. And not only that, but the martial arts symbol, again and yang, right here, half black, half white.
Yeah.
It's like positives and negatives with life. So,
Okay.
it is deep, you know what I mean? And
I never thought about that. The fact that you are, you half white, half black, and the hybrid. I never put those two things together, but now it makes sense.
It's all kinds of things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not just because, I'm half black, whatever, It's always pros and cons with everything.
Yeah.
You got to learn from everything. So
I was thinking that maybe you went with the hybrid because you're saying that you are very, very well rounded. You're able to do stand up. You're able to do the groundwork. You're able, to push the pace. So you're just like a mixture of everything.
Oh man, the rabbit hole is deep.
Okay, word.
So
word.
it's like
Yeah.
it has to do with I'm not just a black belt in jiu-jitsu, grappling. A lot of people know me
Yeah.
for being a good grappler, but I also got a black belt in taekwondo, which is a stand-up art.
Yeah.
you know?
Okay.
So it's like, yeah.
Okay, that's dope, man. So Hayward, the Hybrid Charles. So as you was talking about your background, let's jump into that. So tell me a little bit about, how you got into martial arts in your history.
So, man, okay, how I got into martial arts. Well, my parents got me involved when I was just a child.
Oh.
So, my first official martial art class was a karate class. My mom was involved in karate.
Yeah. And you are, how old are you?
I've just turned 29.
29, okay.
Yeah. So I don't really remember the karate too much because I was so young. We were living in Tennessee at the time.
There, Tennessee.
I was about 3 years old. I was a little kid in karate class.
Yeah.
So I don't really remember the karate too much. But then by the time I was 4, and we moved to Copper's Cove, Texas, and my dad was in the military and stuff like that.
Which branch?
In the Army.
Army, okay. So what, he was at Fort Hood?
Yeah, that's where I was born.
Or are you born in Fort Hood? Where? Okay. Well, thank you, Father, for the service.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you got into martial arts pretty early, and is that something you just kind of went with throughout your whole, like teenage years, and you growing into adult, you just kept training. You went from maybe karate to taekwondo to jiu-jitsu, MMA.
Yeah, so like I said, I started, and then I got into taekwondo when I was about 4, right? And then I stayed in that the whole time I lived in Fort Hood, and that was until I was about 11 or 12. So then we moved out, and I was kind of, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little burned out on it by then.
Yeah.
I already been doing it the majority of my life.
Oh man, yeah.
So
I mean, that's the fear of starting kids out too young. That by the time they get to a certain age, is like, if they don't take to it like 100%, they done with doing practices, driving to do tournaments, and always competing and having to be strict on their discipline or diet. And sometimes it could be a lot for a little kid to handle.
Yeah, for anyone, but like anything, if it's real love, it'll come back around.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So ultimately, that's again what happened. So when I was about 12, 13, I started riding dirt bikes a lot. I was involved in gymnastics and stuff like that. But when I really got back into MMA, I was about 17 years old.
Uh-huh.
So I was watching
Ultimate Fight.
No, well, I was watching Tito Ortiz.
Okay, Tito Ortiz.
Yeah, Tito Ortiz back in the days.
Yeah.
And, I was like, man, these guys, they actually, UFC is starting to get popular back in those days. And I had already been doing Taekwondo most of my life. So I came back into the sport. I was like, I'm just going to do some kicks on everybody, try to knock everybody out of Taekwondo.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But look at my record. Most of my wins are submissions. So therefore, I started learning about grappling.
So you are a black belt.
I'm a black belt.
Under who?
So Albert Hughes ultimately gave me my black belt.
Okay.
But, you know, I learned a lot of jiu-jitsu from a lot of different people.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about jiu-jitsu, man. You're always learning and growing, and you like, you know, it's such a big world. It's like a small, big world. In other words, it's really small compared to other sports. But we big because we all connected. We all training. Like, it actually kind of doesn't matter who your professor is. Because a lot of times you training with so many different places. At times, it's like that's me. I love going across the country, the world, and training with different people. That it keeps my mind open to the options.
Yeah.
So you are a black belt in Taekwondo, also Jiu-Jitsu. Which one do you enjoy more?
So I'm a black belt under Dennis Porter in Taekwondo. Well, which one do I enjoy more?
Yeah.
I like grappling more just because it's a defense.
It's a defense? Interesting.
Defense type sport. I work it best. It's not necessarily defense. It's kind of interesting how you can play on words.
Yeah.
The best, offense is a good defense.
Well, I think it depends on your style of how you attack things, because it's just like in wrestling. You got really great wrestlers who's super offensive, get those takedowns, get those points, and then you get wrestlers who's like really good defensive wrestlers. They love when people attack, and then you're able to reverse them. Same thing as striking. You got somebody who's an aggressor, he goes for the kill, and then you got counter strikers.
Yeah, I love it all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I like playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I like shooting takedowns on wrestlers when they start trying to box.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So there's a little bit of stuff like that goes with everybody. My last opponent was real good on the ground. So, I didn't directly straight go to the ground with him. I just kept it standing a little bit.
I thought it was the opposite, man. I thought when you took it down to the ground, especially that first round, and mind you, he just fought for the LFA. It was in May
May the 4th, Star Wars Day.
Yeah, exactly. Because May the 4th be with you. Yeah, I get it. I got it. But you fought a guy who was tough. That was a tough fight. But let's backtrack. Hold on. Before we get there, let's backtrack to us. Because I met you at Factory X in Denver. We had, I think the most we did is like we grappled, and it was like a stalemate. We went at each other, and we went grappling, and nobody really won. And it was just training, so we really wasn't trying to win. We were just having fun and just trying to help each other get better. And at that moment, you was going to fight somebody that I fought. You was going to fight Bubba McDaniels. So you was asking me some advice, and because I fought him, and as being now we training partners, I was trying to tell you everything that I knew about Bubba McDaniels, and I knew a lot. And you went out there and fought him, beat him, arm triangle, right?
What was it? It was a Darce.
It was a Darce choke. Yeah.
The same arm choke.
Yeah. So how was that fight?
Man, that was a fun fight. There was a lot on the line being champion for Hero FC.
Yeah.
That's the Hero FC will always have a soft spot in my spirit, not just because of Hero FC, but because of Jeff Benugli and his love for the sport and what he was doing for the fighters. So it's crazy. But what were you asking me about Bubba?
Yeah,
that was a hard fight. Bubba. Jeff got me signed up for Bubba because he knew Bubba had fought in the UFC before.
Yeah. It's a good stepping stone. No offense, Bubba, but it is. Yeah. He's still a homie.
For sure.
Yeah. But so you won that fight, and what was your next fight after that, if you can remember?
So then, that's when life started getting it was interesting. Life is interesting in general. So that's when I got my dojo.
Okay. So from there, you moved to Colorado 100%. Cause you was coming from where? Texas. Texas. Okay. Yeah, and you actually spent some time training with Team Takedown with Johnny Hendricks.
Johnny Hendricks. Yeah.
Word. That's pretty dope. I mean, let's talk about that. You was training with a former UFC champion.
Yeah.
How was that?
So, man, it was fun. I always tell people I was like one of his main grappling partners. I feel like Team Takedown accepted me and let me roll with them because they knew I could submit them.
Yeah.
Right. So
was Johnny Hendricks getting tapped out in the gym like this?
Yeah, everybody get tapped out.
Okay.
You know, when they roll with the hybrid.
Yeah.
When y'all roll with the hybrid, y'all getting submitted.
Oh, word. Yeah. So, do you know what happened to Team Takedown? Because they kind of like dispersed.
No, I mean, that's just the nature of things, man. Things come and go. That's the life. That's how the universe is. I mean, but the spirit is always there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like, yeah. Anyway, back to the Bubba thing. That's when I got my gym. And I came out here to Colorado and I met you.
Yeah.
And then I started fighting. When I got my gym, I came out with a few losses. And just because I had a lot on the table, I didn't really have I left all my training partners to pursue another ultimate dream I had, which is to have my own dojo.
Your own business, your own martial art. It's funny that you call this gym a dojo. That's an old school term that most people don't use. You know, when it comes to MMA, you know, or jiu-jitsu, it's always called like MMA school, MMA gym, or MMA academy. Dojo refers back to like traditional martial arts like karate, taekwondo, like back in the 80s and 90s. You know, when I think of dojo, I think of Karate Kid. But you really do call it a dojo. It's not like a gimmick. That's what you refer to your school as a dojo.
Yeah. I mean, I don't speak that language and stuff. Like, I just do what feels good to my spirit. That's why I call it that. For sure. So, and I take this place serious. I don't let no one come in the doors with shoes on.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta treat it like a home. You take your shoes off, and people who are training seriously, I make them bow on the mat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's a respect thing, and
traditional morals and values. You try to promote in your gym.
Yeah, it's like the old martial art way of life. It's like, to me, it's like, I'm put my life on the line for this. Basically willing to die for this stuff. Mm-hmm. So the least I can do is take the time and show respect. That's what's up.
So now you moved to Colorado, okay, and you had the opportunity to open up your own dojo. How did that come about? Like, how do you get a place like this in Vail, Colorado? And like, this is a really nice facility, man. It's really nice. The mats look clean. You got a good equipment. You seem like you have a good atmosphere. Like, how do you get this?
Oh,
What's your secret?
Mentality.
Yeah, mentality.
Yeah, so
break that down a little bit.
The mind is everything. Basically, so how I was talking about respect, that's the most valuable currency that you'll ever get is the relationship that you develop with others.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I developed a relationship with Jeff Benugli.
That's the guy that was running the Heroes?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ran Heroes. See, he was losing money out of that show. He was giving all the champions $50,000 contracts. Boom, boom. Over 4 champions. You calculate that's $200,000. Like nothing. Not to mention how much does it cost to run the show.
Then give me his number because I need to meet that dude.
But the thing is, it's attraction. Yeah. So he loved the sport. He was willing to donate some of what he worked hard and earned himself, and he donated it to fighters. Basically, ultimately, is what he did. And
sounds like a good man. So we need more of Jeffs around.
Good men attract good men.
Yeah.
And he was attracted to my life because he saw how I was in the cage.
Yeah.
So I had some, not Bubba and some other dudes who was fighting that was disrespectful. They was calling me MF, you know what I'm saying, in front of my mama and stuff like that.
Damn, it was like, wild out like that. Hey, you talk about my mama, man, we got problems. There's no longer a sanctioned fight we're going to be getting into.
So I still show respect to him, to this man. And I always show respect to my opponents. And ultimately, Jeff is a true martial artist.
Yeah.
So he was attracted to that. And he was like, hey, what would you think about opening up a dojo out here in Avon? Because he would come out here on vacation and stuff.
Yeah.
And I had never came across, a mentor like that because they always say you should surround yourself with 33% of the people who look up to you. You're inspiring 33% of the people. 33% of the people is your peers.
Yeah.
And then you also need 33% of the people that you look up to.
Yeah.
That have on this or that.
And what about that 1%? Because that's 99%. We still missing that 1%.
Nah, I mean, well, it's 33.3. Yeah, it's 33.3%.
Yeah, I get it. So 33.33. So we still missing that point. No, let's go.
It's in there.
Yeah, it's in there. I got
that little atom that's floating around.
Yeah.
That's your mind right there. That connects all the dots.
So my man Jeff asked you to come out to Avon, which is close to Vail. I always say Vail because most people know Vail. To come out and open up a gym in the mountains where people normally go ski. People that not thinking about jiu-jitsu, they think about skiing. And you was like, yo, let's do it. Right? I mean, you jumped on it?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it's hard to put into words. You just kind of have to be there because then our energy is connected.
Yeah.
It's hard to put into words. He knew what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I also knew what he wanted. And I feel like we're able to actually help each other grow.
Mm-hmm.
So, and not only help each other grow, but the ones that we loved around us, we can help them grow.
But leaving your hometown, people that you know, to come out to Vail, Colorado, and I'm assuming the only person you probably knew was Jeff, and to open up.
He don't live here.
Yeah, and he don't live here. And to open, have you ever ran a school before or a business before?
Nah.
Okay.
I
Cool.
actually dropped out of TCU. I was majoring in kinesiology, so I can learn about how the body works.
Yeah.
I got my black belt, so I know how the body works a little bit.
Yeah. But you want to look from maybe a more technical standpoint.
I know what you're saying. But then the business side, I also had a minor in business.
Okay. So you came out here almost on your own to start this school. Yep. And it seemed like you got a lot of support. It seemed like because I've seen pictures when you first opened up, people was coming by, people was helping you do build out. Talk about that experience and the support you got from the town.
Say that again.
Talk about the experience or the support you got from the town for people coming out to help you build out and get this gym going as you being a new guy in town and first time running your business. I seen from pictures on the internet that you had a good support system.
Yeah. So ultimately, my mom is my biggest fan.
Okay, that's always good to have your mama and your holding you up.
Yeah, as far as support system, this right here, me and 3 other ladies built this gym.
Okay, and the 3 ladies are.
We had a project manager. Her name was Bree. We had Jan Banugli. Now it's 3 of us, and then it was me.
It was okay. I got you.
Yeah. 2 other ladies. My bad. So we basically stripped this place down, put the floor down, put the mats down. Because
this wasn't a martial art studio before you got here.
Nah, it wasn't. We created.
So you had to do some build out and do the painting and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. And I mean, I tell you what, I came in here and it looks really nice. If you're in Vail, if you live here, you definitely got to come and check out this facility. It just seems really open, clean, and just like a place you could learn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was my goal, to make this place just like a place like home. And, I take it serious. So, no shoes on the mats, no egos on the mats.
Yeah.
Everyone's
That's our rule in my gym. We have 2 rules. We have 2 rules and 1 model. So the number 1 rule is always take care of your training partner.
Mm-hmm.
Always, just always take care of your training. No matter what's happening, you can't put yourself in a position whereas you get mad so you look like to hurt someone, or you being stupid or silly and you do something crazy and you hurt someone. And the other rule is check your ego at the door. Because if you're going against someone, we don't talk about wins or losses. Like say me, you grappling, you sub me out, and I get mad. Or you walk around I subbed you out and you bragging. Both those things just really promotes a negative atmosphere. We just train it.
So ultimately, martial arts is a way of life. And that's our motto here. It's what happens to everybody.
Yeah.
The difference is how you deal with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Respect, man.
Yeah, you're gonna get choked out. If you try to learn jiu-jitsu, you're gonna get choked. You're gonna get arm barred. you're gonna get submitted.
If you do kickboxing and boxing, you're probably gonna get punched. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's just some cardio kickboxing where there's no contact, and some people train like that. Like in my school, we have some classes like that. So let's talk about you as an instructor. I hear your philosophy. You're very traditional. You about the morals and values, and you like good energy. But tell me, how do you like teaching? Like is that a passion of yours?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
man, I love what I do. I teach everyone here.
Yeah,
and
because you teach all the classes.
I learn.
Yeah. Okay, cool. One man army over here.
I'm starting to get some help. I have Lonnie teaching the 6 a.m. morning classes and Fred the jiu-jitsu, but I'm still here most of the times. I let them run it though.
Okay. That's good to delegate. I have a problem with that. I need to delegate a little bit more sometimes.
Yeah, but I got something going on 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And to me, I don't work at all. I love what I do. It's pure love.
You wake up, you wake up and go to sleep, like training and teaching and coaching.
I literally do. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So
I teach everyone from 3.5 years old to 88 years old.
Okay, so people ask me that all the time. What ages do you start with? And I always tell adults, especially for my youth boxing, because I don't have a youth jiu-jitsu class yet. I should. I just have a hard time teaching kids, but I need to get one of my students to teach a kid class. But I would say 5 years old. So you teach from 3.5?
So the pre-K, they're like 3.5 years old. So they only come on once a week, Thursday.
Okay, interesting.
That was kind of a weird thing because my normal classes, you got to be 4.
Okay, got to be at least minimum 4.
Okay. 4.
Yeah.
And my thing is, the kids, the main thing I teach them is discipline. Mm-hmm. And my definition of discipline is doing exactly what it is you're supposed to do, whether you feel like it or not. So I look them in the eyes and tell them, your feelings are irrelevant when it comes to being disciplined. So when you got to do something, you do it.
So if you had a kid running around and like just want to have fun, like you try to explain to them the importance of listening and following instructions, being respectful. You know, as a 3 or 4, you're gonna want to have fun. We get that. Like, and I'm pretty sure you teach class and you give the kids a lot of opportunity to have fun. But there are times where you just gotta listen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have all kinds of rules of the dojo, or words of the dojo, I should say, and balance is one of those rules. So I tell them, hey, you gotta have fun, because if you get bored with it, you're gonna leave it, right?
Yeah, especially as a 3-year-old, like 4-year-old. I get bored. I'm 36 years old.
And I tell you what, man, I teach those kids 6 days a week. My class is 55 minutes. And I got their attention the whole time.
Yeah.
Because our word of the dojo this week is actually focus. So they start literally going crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, what's the definition of focus? I say, it's your ability to pay, and I'll let them look, and they all tell me it's attention.
Attention, okay.
Attention. That's how you get their attention. So once you learn to captivate their attention, you learn to make them disciplined, you're going to end up creating a beautiful generation right there.
So what is your goal with this facility? I mean, would you love to have like a jiu-jitsu world champion or an MMA champion come out the gym?
I mean,
because some gyms, when it comes to jiu-jitsu, are more competitively based or self-defense based. Like if you go for more the Helio Gracie side, that's more self-defense. If you go to the Carlos Gracie side, it's more competitive. So, like, do you breed competition or do you breed self-defense? Or maybe you're a hybrid, right? So maybe do both.
Yeah. So basically, my logo is Hybrid Nation, a way of life.
Yeah.
So basically, I teach life skills. So depending on what your specific goal is. So if you want to become a champion, I'll show you how to become a champion.
Okay.
I've been around champions. I've seen people that they didn't even know who they were, that they became the world champion of the UFC.
Word.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I became a champion. So if you want material things like that, that's fine. You can also learn, but that's not really important to me. What's more important is the discipline.
Discipline.
The focus.
Yeah.
To me, life is a game of focus.
Hard work, dedication. You already know.
Yeah.
That's my motto. That's what I live and die by.
Hey, I tell the kids, life is like a game of focus, and the person who's the most focused on what it is that they want is ultimately going to become the most successful.
Okay.
So, it's not all about champion belts. it's cool to have them, and it's nice to have them. But all the and I had some good belts back in the days, and I've seen some good belts. Material things flood away, you know, they deteriorate.
Yeah,
it's the spirit that I want. I want a true good spirit here.
Yeah, you know, I always say that I would take 10 people who are disciplined and dedicated over 100 people that's kind of wishy-washy, kind of like, you know, just jump in and out and like come with a bad attitude. I mean, because in my school, I have some really good guys that when we get together and we get on a mat, it's I'm in heaven, man. Like it's just we grinding, we pushing each other. There's good energy, it's good amount of respect. There's no ego. We're just trying to make sure that everybody get the most out of the time that we here. Those things mean more to me, like just like you said, than winning belts in competition. Like for me personally, because I retired from fighting. I retired last year, and now my main focus is teaching and helping people. But I like to work with people that have that type of mind frame now. You know?
Yeah.
Because you get people to come through the door to be like, I want to be the next UFC world champion. I'm like, whoa, calm down. Let's take a couple steps back. Let's first work on you making through day one.
Absolutely.
Make it through the first week, the first month. Let's see what type of dedication you're willing to put into this. Because everybody can talk, man, but like it's the workload and the work ethic that matters.
Absolutely.
So I can see that's probably also very important to you too.
Yeah, that's the number one thing that's important to me. To me, it's like, I care about people respecting each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's a beautiful thing just, like, to go outside the dojo, see some of the students, and just, like, the love that they give you. You know what I'm saying? Because that positive energy is going to, it spreads. You know what I'm saying?
So do you get, like, random people coming through, like, because I feel like Vail and this area there's a lot of visitors and tourists that come through, and like you just get somebody to drop in, and those people are welcome too, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, everyone is welcome.
Yeah.
But it's interesting how this place is. Like, this place ain't, it's not cheap. It's not cheap here.
I get that. Yeah.
You go to a neighborhood.
Yeah.
She got the cheapest house in that neighborhood. $20 million.
Yeah.
Cheapest one.
Yeah.
All right. I'm talking. This is like we talking about the 1%ers.
Yeah.
A lot of them live here. Billionaires.
Yeah.
Like mega billionaires. It's that type of money is just a form of energy.
Yeah.
Depending on how you use it. You know what I'm saying? So you can use that energy for good. You can use that energy for bad. And thankfully, I got a lot of good people here that truly love what they do. You know what I'm saying? And you can't take anything for granted. But
so what is like some of the? I mean, we can get a little deep here, but what is some like maybe the lessons you learned, like the mistakes you possibly made, and you learned some lessons. And like for me, I remember when I first started teaching, and I was trying to find a balance between me teaching and me teaching and coaching and me training for my fights, and that was super tough for me. Because I think as a fighter, sometimes you got to be a little bit selfish. Especially if you're trying to compete at the level that we competed on. Like you have to dedicate everything, and you want to give your time to yourself. So I had to find ways to find a balance between that, maybe finding a relationship. I got kids. Just dealing with life itself. So, what lessons have you learned from running the business, teaching class, and still being a professional fighter?
Man, that's the boat I'm in right now, and that's what I'm figuring out. So that's like the ultimate puzzle. I've always loved puzzles, and knots. It's a weird thing. Like people get a weird knot, they hand me the yarn, and I have a weird fetish with just unraveling the knot. Well, the most knot I've been in lately is what you just talked about, having my own business and still maintaining a professional career, not being selfish, because you can't be selfish in a martial art place 100% like that, because if you do, you're going to lose the dojo. Right?
I mean, nobody's going to want to train with you if you don't show like that you actually care about them and you're willing to sacrifice, because people pay you.
Absolutely.
You're not
For your
paying
time.
them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no,
Time
I dig it.
for your knowledge. So basically, I'm starting to learn to teach and learn at the same time.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well, and that's cool because like what happens is when you're teaching these techniques and you like you also either learning new stuff because you're always trying to keep an open mind and trying to figure out ways because the cool thing about teaching a class you get a lot of different personalities, a lot of different body styles, and you're trying to help everyone. So if you're trying to help a long lanky guy, you have to learn a little bit of that style, to teach that, or a big stocky guy. And so what that's doing is helping you broaden your mind frame because you know your jiu-jitsu for you, your kickboxing for you, your MMA for you. So you got to learn for other styles, but that just opens up your mind to the possibilities.
Yeah, it's like martial arts and life go hand in hand. Like no two people do martial arts exactly the same. Anybody gonna live life exactly the same. But someone could do life this way, someone could do that way. They both could be successful in their own types of ways. Same thing with martial art. So,
but teaching it and helping other people grow, you are learning, and also once again, you're also learning to become a better fighter. Like I tell people all the time is when you like holding pass for someone and you're holding pass for like boxing or kickboxing, you actually start to see some of the mistakes that people make when you're holding pass for them. And then you start kind of doing a little bit of a self-reflection, like, hey, do I make that same mistake? Mm-hmm. And now you're making your like corrections to yourself. And it's like it's just a beautiful like circle of life, helping people, and in turn you're kind of helping yourself.
Yeah, we all just I ain't trying to get too philosophical.
That's good. It's always good.
Yeah,
because I feel like I've done a few podcasts and I had different guests, but it's the first time me doing a podcast with another lifelong martial artist. You know what I'm saying? A black belt, a professional fighter. That somebody that I even competed against. I didn't talk about that. We did a jiu-jitsu match, good match. You end up catching me in a triangle choke. Yeah, that shit won't happen again. But you got lucky. I give you that. I'm respectful.
And you know what real luck is?
Yeah, what's luck?
Luck is labor. Jeff told me this. My first mentor. He's the first multi-millionaire I ever know. And he earned it.
Yeah.
So luck. And people tell me I'm lucky because I am very lucky. A lot of people don't know about
it. It wasn't luck. It wasn't luck, but go ahead and explain.
It was luck.
Yeah.
Labor under correct knowledge.
Labor under correct knowledge. Okay, I get you. Labor under correct, but what's the okay? That's luck. Okay, I got you. So, anyways, but going out there teaching and still training. I mean, it kind of fills your heart. It gives you that passion, that drive. Because people do stuff that they don't want to do. They go to work and they hate their job.
You see, that's where discipline come in.
Well,
at the end of the day, do exactly what it is you're supposed to do. You see, you got to find out what it is.
Or that you love to do.
Yeah. So, like I said,
what you're supposed to do maybe in conflict of what you love to do. I guess that could be a little bit of a philosophy thing, but
yeah. So I'm only 29 years old, but how can a 29-year-old teach someone who's 88? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where you start to teach a little bit. You can also learn.
Yeah.
At that same time.
Yeah.
So someone who's 88 years old, the reason why I'm saying that is because I teach a Parkinson's class. I teach this class, right? That's the label, how they say it.
Yeah.
But ultimately, all I'm doing, I'm holding pass for this man.
Yeah.
I can't say I can't, but I'm learning from him.
Yeah.
I'm learning how much the human will is really willing to strive.
Isn't that a beautiful thing? The fact that sometimes your students could teach you as much as you teaching them.
More.
Yeah, or sometimes more for sure. Like you learn, like I've had the same thing. I've had people that come through that had disabilities, that was autistic, that was deaf. I even had the opportunity to train with someone who was blind, and to see people overcome their circumstances, don't make excuses, and find a way. There's lessons that I'm learning out of that, and those are big lessons,
life lessons.
Yeah.
So you put energy into words that you create. So, but I keep on coming back to it. Hybrid nation, way of life. So it's like everything that has life is welcome here.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I teach everywhere from 3 years old to almost 90. that being said, it's like, I don't know. I can't even really put into words with that. It's just.
Well, I think you said it. Okay, so let's say, what are some of your pet peeves when it comes to students? Like things that you want to try to teach people to get away from, to not fall a victim to. Like some of the things you have experienced as being an instructor. You got somebody coming through the door, and you want to help them. So what are some of the things I guess maybe pet peeve is not the best term, but just some of the things you look for to try to teach, or try to turn it around?
Man, I mean, I guess one of my pet peeves is just, someone thinking they know everything. Someone who's not necessarily willing to learn. I don't have that often here.
Yeah.
But
somebody that come into the dojo with their glass already full. Mm-hmm. Okay, bro, you got it. You that good, then why you paying me, man?
There's something that I don't like. People try to. I feel like you should always respect a black belt. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when people try to just tear your head off.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a very cool guy for the most part, but people know me. I can get a little fiery. In other words, like if I'm showing you respect, I'm rolling with you, I'm sparring with you, I'm flowing with you, and you're going to take that opportunity to try to see, can you knock out or hurt a Ultimate Fighter, veteran? Can you knock out a world champion? Like, listen, man, like this is not. I'm not here for you to feed your ego. I'm a human being. I have a body. I have feelings. You have to respect me just like you want me to respect you. Because what happens is this: they turn on and come at me hard. Okay. Now I turn on and I come at their hard. They're like, whoa, calm down. Like, yeah, I'm good, man. If you keep it cool, I keep it cool.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I love what I do. I love it, and it's not even just like happiness. So when people say it's a thin line between love and hate, that's true. But this is real love, and real love is one of my good friends on Facebook sent me a message. We used to argue like cats and dogs, man. She blocked me a long time ago.
That's a good friend. That's a good friend.
It's not real love unless you get blocked, right? So yeah,
blocked.
So anyway, coming to the dojo sometimes, it's tired because, like I say, I'm here 7 days a week.
Yeah.
But since it's a true passion of mine, that's why I'm able to stay so consistent with it. I'm going on my third year, consistently 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And
you don't take a vacation.
My vacation days when I close the gym is when I'm fighting.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And my last time, even when I fought Legacy, I still taught the Parkinson's class that day.
Yeah, I remember. I remember. I saw the picture. You was teaching that morning.
Yeah.
And that makes sense because fight day for me, I come to the gym to do a morning shakeout. So that's like probably your equivalent of a morning shakeout. In other words, I come in, I loosen up, I hit some pads with my coach. We go over the strategy, and then I go back home, get some rest, and get ready for the fight that night. But
I was teaching the next day.
Yeah, you're teaching next. Yeah. Well, so I mean, just to wrap it up a little bit, you are scheduled to fight again, July 21st, in Texas, right? And with Dallas.
Yeah, it's gonna be Dallas.
Dallas. I mean, what do you know about your opponent, and how do you feel about your opponent? You don't have to tell your strategy, but
I'll be open with my strategy. I don't like hurting nobody.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go out to submit him. He knows that. It's no secret. I ain't gonna try to knock him out. I'm gonna try to just submit him. I submitted him before. He know that.
Oh, you know him?
Yeah, we know each other. We're cool.
Oh, okay, word. Okay,
he's a friend of mine. He mad at me right now. We're about to fight.
He's mad because you took the fight?
Nah, I'm just talking. I'm talking crap right now. Trying to be like Connor.
Yeah, Connor.
Victor's cool.
Yeah.
He's still gonna get submitted though.
Hey, you heard it here first. You're gonna be tapping now.
Hey, Stephen Wright knows.
Yeah, that's what's up. So you feel comfortable about this fight? You feel like you can go out there, you can do some work. July 21st, Dallas. What's the name of the promotion?
It's gonna be XKO.
XKO. Are you selling tickets or?
Yeah. I don't have any actual tickets on hand. I think they're gonna send me some.
Yeah.
But you can order them on the internet.
Oh. You tell them.
Man, you put me on the spot on that one.
Okay,
I think it's
if you don't have the
XKO.
information right now, that's fine. But you can tell the millions and millions of
You can
viewers.
go to XKO.
Yeah.
XKO has a Facebook. It's Extreme Knockout. Extreme Knockout. July 21st. I'm the main event. You can find it. They Google it. What they say, you can find it on Google. They find it on Google somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, last piece. Where do you want to take your fight career? You know, I mean, are you trying to get into the UFC, Bellator type of organization? Or are you just fighting because you kind of do it, and you know, just like a little bit of a hobby?
Man, I just love the process. I love the journey. I don't have a specific destination because you know what I'm saying. I feel like I can get. If I really wanted to get to the UFC, I could probably end up getting there. I'm only 29 years old. Yeah. This will be my 27th fight. I got a good winning record. You know. I can get wherever it is that I want, but I don't have a specific destination. I'll probably travel through the Bellator, travel through the UFC. But ultimately, I feel like I'm already here at the destination. I got my dojo. I got my dream job. Right now, it's just about breathing life into it consistently.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it's all about, man. When it comes to running the business, keeping that energy going, man. And it really starts and stops with you. You are the leader. You are the instructor, the coach, the mentor. So you always got to keep that level of positivity and that energy that the people could be attracted to. So, hey man, I feel your pain, but I'm also happy for you, and I'm proud to have the opportunity to train with you, to compete against you, and I continue building this relationship, brother.
Absolutely, man.
Thanks, man.
Hey,
thanks for being on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, brother.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's another episode of Hard Work, Bad Decisions. The good, the bad, the ugly. Let's talk about it.